Good morning, welcome back to the zombie apocalypse, welcome back to Louisville and patch 42.8 and everything else. Little progress update. So I went to the military surplus store, got a couple of the green crates. I also managed to pick up the remaining stones that we needed to finish up the war. I was just wondering, did we finish up this last episode or not? I don't know. So, no, I don't think we did. I did that between episodes. Anyway, the walls are finished. Now I really only need to roof this whole place up, which is a lot of trees that need chopping. But while that little base building project is ongoing, I also need a little zombie chopping project, and that's kind of related to what we did last episode. Now, first of all, we got some crates, so we don't really need more military crates. Also, military crates are crap. They only have a capacity of 35, as opposed to the 42 I think we have in the other crates, so I'm not even sure why I bothered in retrospect. I feel like that used to be different. They used to be better. Like, the wooden crates used to be the worst than the metal. No, I think the military crates slightly better, and the metal crates used to be the best. And now those are the same, and this is worse. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering how it was in build 41. Either way, I also got some gravel here to have this entrance now kind of laid out. I don't think I want to gravel the whole thing, but we're going to do something. What I did with the military crates, kind of forgot to show. So all the kind of crap metal that's not used for anything else, like broken pipes and scrap of various kinds, is now in here. And this trailer now has all the kind of useful metals, right? Bars, pieces, pipes, bar halves, bar quarters, yada yada yada, you name it, we have it. I kind of long term, I think I want to transfer this stuff to some crates, like probably in the corner back there where the green bin is right now, so that we have the materials near the forge area. I think that makes the most sense, because that's what it's mostly used for. Some of the stuff is gonna, like, there's an overlap, right, between stuff we need for smithing and stuff we need for welding in order to build parts for our cars. But I can't think of a great concept, at least not in this base layout. Like, if we had the forge here right next to the garage, it will all work. But I think we're smithing more often than that we are doing something with the cars. Anyway, side project plan or main project plan. I like the idea of clearing out the military checkpoint, because that would also allow us to potentially leave Louisville if we want to do anything outside of the town. Two things come to mind there. First of all, I have two modded maps installed, Tiki Town and Grapeseed, so maybe exploring some new maps might be a nice change of pace. Also, if we really want to build something with clay, then the clay deposits basically start at Valley Station here along the river. Although they did say in build 42.8 something changed with like clay banks and sand banks along the river, but that will probably only affect areas we haven't been to. So maybe we need to explore the river, the side of the river behind the mall. That might be an interesting trip. But anyway, let's focus on one thing at a time. So if we want to tackle the military checkpoint, we need a forward base. Driving over there every morning, every evening is just going to take too much time and going to drag more and more zombies in. So I think the really realistic options for a forward base would be this house here. For my taste, that is way too close to the hospital. That is two bad meta events away from 100 runner zombies coming out of the hospital. So the other option would then be, well, here in the Fog of War, there's like a little collection of buildings, some inside the fence perimeter, some outside, and I think clearing that inside the fences and then going inside the fence over here to there's a breach in the fence, right? Might be the best approach. So that would require us to come down here, sledge down a hole into the fence wall, and then clear the fence perimeter. So that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah. Just to keep things interesting, maybe we also combine that with a little drive-through down this road, just to see a little bit more of the neighborhood here. Because I'm a curious person. Now the next question is, where's my sledge? Sledge is here, then we take this car. Oh, and that also reminds me, we kinda need to fill up gas. It'll take a whole day. Yeah, we'll be fine for today's trip, but whenever we come back, we need to. We're out of gas. Well, we need to make a gas station trip before we get before our generator runs out. I think we can actually drive this way around. Looks like we have a little bit of muscle strain from working out. Yeah, by the way, super close now with the strength XP. God, don't drive and scroll. Yeah, like 300 XP away from level 7 strength. It's gonna be so nice. Suffering less from the over-encumbrance stuff. I'm just so used, like in build 41, pretty much most of my characters that I played were always strong and athletic. And with the changes to some of the perks, especially some of the negative perks giving fewer points, and some of the positive perks being either more expensive or some additional perks being kind of required, I haven't really figured out a nice build that I liked that has both strong and athletic. So since I don't want to give up athletic, because you know endurance management is kind of the bread and butter, it's the thing that keeps you alive. Actually, I'm even more curious person. And when I say I'm curious, you know, we have a nice garage. Let's see if we can find some more cars for that nice garage. So we're gonna drive around on this parking lot here. Certainly did not just kill a raccoon there. Nothing too interesting there. Well, yeah, anyway, did I finish my thought? Oh, that's another survivor house here. Interesting. Yeah, usual, still athletic characters, but just not with high strength, so getting this additional level of strength is gonna be a step in the right direction. Still not at the levels that I'm used to from build 41. Now, I noticed also as we were looking at the map, we have like one treasure map that's somehow in the graveyard. Not sure if that one is worth chasing after. Honestly, probably not. Alright, so we're gonna drive back down here into this little area. First thought, oh, propane tank, we need to get more gas. But no, if there's one thing we have a decent amount of still, it's propane gas. Not endless amounts, mind you, but it's not too bad. Let me follow this road. This should lead us straight to the fence line I was talking about. It's even reasonably empty on the other side. By reasonably empty, I mean totally empty. Yes, we could have just also removed these with propane torch, and we wouldn't be suffering immense pain from using a sledgehammer. Here is then the little settlement. Couple buildings outside the fence line, couple buildings inside the fence line. Couple zombies, mostly outside, which... So I was actually, you know, when I was planning this trip, I was not sure if I want to go for one of the buildings inside, and then, you know, keep our fighting inside the fence line, or if I want to go outside and have a little bit more freedom of movement. But I feel like this was the better choice. Alright, let's check out these buildings, make sure there are no zombies here. And this is indestructible fence line, right? They won't even attack it, so we're not gonna have this situation where we just constantly panic because they're attacking our fences nearby. Well, that. Knife, the size of a large knife. Okay, these houses have been kind of repurposed. You see, like their regular furniture is outside. We still get regular mail, apparently. Military stuff here. More bunch of guns at the moment. Still not sold on using weapons, guns. Let's just focus on our axes first. We still have a couple levels to go there, anyway. One downside of having the zombies out there, though, is that they might be too close, and then we get this you can't sleep, the enemies nearby situation. Not sure. This is the kind of hospital room house. Honestly, if there's nobody inside, don't even have to go in there to clear it out. Communication post or something like that set up here. Or maybe it was the gaming room, I'm not sure. So just playing Doom. When the world goes to shit outside, seems reasonable. Okay, successfully cleared out our forward operating base, I think. Good job, me. Couldn't have done it better myself. Oh, this is very awkward. I feel like there should probably not be a spawn point for stones in the middle of this path. I'm not even sure you can... Can you remove those with a sledgehammer? Or are you just gonna be screwed? It's like, yep, you can't drive here. Oh, that would be bad. Because I don't want to sledge this open, right? In either way. Like having this as a secured little path, it's kind of the perk that we're going for. Now, long term, of course, once we have cleared out this a little bit, we can sledge this open to have an easier access to this side. But for now, I'm so surprised, by the way, that this is so empty here. Let's see. This is the breach. Hearing zombies, I just didn't see them at first, so I was just like, okay, let's run past. Like, they must have changed something with the sound settings with the patch. I feel like the mini sound is a little bit louder than what I'm used to. I don't like going quieter because then I might not hear the zombies as much. Let me also know, like, in the comments, what your thoughts are on the sound balance. I think putting it all one level further down is more similar to what we had before. So it's a little bit of a, I don't know, weird note that this is basically the fence line that has been broken in, like in the canon, in the story of the game, where the Louisville perimeter breached. And while this is actually made of the fences that currently can't be broken, I guess those were normal, like, chain link fences. Yeah, they can now be broken. But this could never be broken by anyone. How did this even happen? I don't even think you... I'm not sure. Can you attack somebody through this fence with a knife? Maybe. Definitely not necessarily the best line of sight here. Now, if we continue down this way, we have a ton of zombies, of course, here on the other side. But they will not be able to actually pathfind to me. Just gives us a little bit of an idea of how many people we see here. Or former people, I should say. And there's a couple of them. This is definitely not something we can do in one afternoon. And I'm very confident in my, yeah, they will not figure out how to get to me. But I'm very concerned that they're still trying. I mean, there's of course a path, right? All the way, if we continue south here. This will loop around. And there's a gate there. So the idea was to eventually fight here. B to a wrecked Muldraugh. No, you know what? I think I can keep that one. Yeah, already got some zombies on the gate there. Bashing that in. There's 2 guys there. There's like 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 coming. Kinda wish you were faster smashing that in. So that you could already move before the majority. Okay, there we go. Good boy. Like when I'm in combat stance for so long that the thirsty mood pops up because you don't auto drink while in combat stance. It reminds me that occasionally maybe I should release the combat stance button. Okay. A little bit later here. I think I'm a little bit bad prepared, poorly prepared, because I don't think I packed any additional food outside of my daily salad that I made here. I also kind of expected that securing that initial town would take a little bit longer. Certainly didn't expect me to be fighting down here already on day one. I think since we have a bit of a walk back to our car and back to our temporary base, let's do that here. I also don't know. First of all, we're not going to be able to fast walk here because of the zombies, and we might have some more people coming in the gap. We might have to take care of. It's fine. Using that raccoon away. Yeah, that raccoon actually should not stay there because before we call it a night here, I have a little bit of food here. I want to test out first of all if I can destroy the rock that's in the way, and if not, if we can like squeeze past by destroying these the upper blocks here. Alright, that looks promising. Okay. No big deal then. I might be able to just then drive all the way down to that area that we just fought in. Should be enough room there to turn around. And then fight the whole day. And drive back here for the night. And with that in mind, I'm gonna chill here. Read a little bit about welding. And I'll see you in the morning. Alright, fresh morning. See if that plan actually works. Gotta have this poor raccoon. This will not end well. Well, let's put it this way. You know, I might have in this episode alone driven over 2 raccoons. But in our raccoon sanctuary, we probably helped more than 2 raccoons to repopulate the city. So we're net raccoon positive. Positive raccoon repopulation score. And this. My Austin powers myself here. looks good. I do not want to drive this whole path backwards. Also, this is going to be fairly annoying here with the zombies out there. But yeah, let's approach this slowly and methodically. And we should be able to make a dent here. If you guys want to run now, fine with me. Concerned that we dragged some zombies along the fence line on the right, and that they might be coming here in a second. Doesn't seem to be that way. Spear with scissors. Couple guys come in there. This tent counts as inside. That's a couple guys, yeah, that is actually a lot. You know what? First of all, let's check. Yes, temperature changes, so this counts as inside, which also means we're not considered in range of the stinky bodies. Also, by the way, you can now, by left-clicking in this direction, actually peek to the side. You no longer have to use the pickup tool trick. Well, I guess the pickup tool tricks probably, I haven't tried it, but I'm assuming it still works, and that still gives you 360-degree view, so it might still be better in some situations. On the left, lots of people come in this side. Yeah, like so, the corpse sickness debuff from zombie bodies can be stopped. You know, if the corpses are outside and you're inside, the smell will not travel to the inside. So having this little pavilion there, counting as inside, gives us a rest location where we're not going to be affected by corpse sickness. So that's good. You just need to be able to actually rest there and not be overrun by a million zombies. This is always the build 42 experience with all the slow zombies. They're slowly but steadily, in an unstoppable crawl, coming at you. Like probably like slow zombies, but with like either super eyesight or super hearing, and they will not give up. Either super eyesight, super hearing, or super memory that they chase you for a really long time. This guy has a... oh no, that is belts. I thought, no, hydration pack. In case we need some additional water reserves. Okay, that should be all of them for now. Well, this guy did give up. Let's actually rotate this chair this way. And I don't even need to worry about peeking around to the side. Oh, I can actually test here. Can I still do the pickup tool trick? Yeah, I can still 360 look around. Okay. Because it's a little bit weird that they decided to make it left click to look around when usually like aiming is right click and looking around. Because I'm getting used to. Anyway, let's sharpen our axe. Looks like we're done resting. This random movement? Did they actually hear the combat there? Didn't hear meta event sound. We got a zombie down at our resting spot. That's a little bit concerning. I don't think they can figure out the way to get to me now. That is a super long way around. Yeah, no, that's super. That's all the way to the entrance of the whole checkpoint. Way further south. You keep coming steadily but surely. Now, I think since we didn't bring super much food, and we still have that whole fuel situation to take care of. Ow. Strength level up. Wonderful. That also reduces our muscle strain. Not that we were having any issues with that lately, but maybe it also helps us with the sledge. Anyway, yeah, since we don't have super much food, I think we're gonna like fight until 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon. And then head back home to base, do a little refueling at the gas station with all the empty gas cans we have. And then probably do a couple days of chopping trees and building the roof for the garage. Which should also then give this place some time that the corpses can despawn. I always think, you know, most of the stuff in PZ is a marathon, not a sprint. And if you've watched my initial Build 42 run, where we, over a very long period of time, took down the Akron Community College, that's kind of my approach to things, right? The loot, if the loot is what you're after, is not going anywhere. There are situations, of course, in the game where you kind of have a little bit of time pressure. But most of the time you don't. Find an audience there. I'm actually tempted. We had that spear with scissors there. We can just, you know, do a little bit of spear stabbing through the fence. Like, not like these zombies are ever gonna be an issue for us. Okay, technically they could follow me north to the gap in the fence line. Then they quickly become a big issue. Suit. Contact radio. Another ghillie suit front. Another runner front. I mean, one-shotting zombies is always fun, but I feel like if it's a runner, it's especially satisfying. Like smacking him in the face with the speed of the swing and the speed of his run. Combining. Alright, let's see. Can we cheese a little bit? Offense. Who wants to get cheesed? Do you have a sword there? No, that's an umbrella. Ella. Okay, yes, I can cheese here, but first of all, if I'm so close to the fence, I basically have no hearing. Like, I just hear those zombies growling. Any zombie coming in from here, I'm just free food. Second of all, it takes like 6 hits with that frickin' spear. No thank you. Yeah, I got a bit of a group over here and a couple stragglers here in the middle. Let's see whose attention we're gonna get. I think that this axe actually needs a sharpening. Can we sharpen it in time? Are we sharpening the right thing even? Yes. I mean, the handle is kinda on its last leg anyway. Surprised those guys on the left do not hear the combat. Angle of approach that I don't like. I got 3 guys down there at the fence. Let's come in here, that's fine. Let's be on your toes, this kind of combat situation. These guys can come around here, but these guys cannot get through this fence. So tempted to yell. Maybe take a quick rest. Just make sure we have full stamina. Let's see who of that bigger group in the west we can attract here. Well, okay. How about now? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to ignore you there. Yeah. Okay, half the group. Nobody running. I think that's a good yellow result. Can work with that. Coming in. Maybe. I think he's undecided. Okay, now he's coming. He's not coming. He's coming. He's not coming. And he's going. Switch to the good axe. Didn't want to have my weapon break in the middle of a runner fight. Jesus. He says, while killing a runner with the broken weapon. Get a fresh hatchet onto the belt so we can quickly switch. I should also be eating something. They give me a break here, maybe after these 5. Picture in the top left almost looks like as if I didn't have a weapon equipped, because it's so broken. The new one with the handle. Say goodbye to the hatchet head. That good new axe smell here. Smells like one-shots. Really needed the personal invitation here to get to me. I hope it's not too like distracting if I'm constantly zooming in and out, but I kinda... You need to be zoomed in combat, I think, to have the best precision that your attacks are actually hitting, and you need to be zoomed out to keep an eye on your surroundings. That you don't have zombies sneaking up on you. You'd be surprised how many character death clips you can see on Reddit where people like are zoomed out like this, and then even when targeting a zombie, if their cursor is somewhere behind the zombie rather than on top of them, it's like, yeah. I can see a few reasons why you could have died in that situation. Just preserving, water refreshes here. I don't know if there's any like water dispensers. I mean, they should have something in the medical tent, don't you think? No. Box of tongue depressors. They are. Okay, yeah, we're already, we're gonna stay until 2 or maybe 3 in the afternoon. That's what I said. The audience we have here. Alright, let's head out. Head back home. Then you do a little refueling and wrap up the episode. Let's see if we can make it out of this without too much trouble. Okay, so we got a little bit of cleanup to do here when we get back. Or maybe now? Yeah, maybe now. Not clean up. More coming through the trees. I think we'll leave that, so would be good enough. This was a fairly successful first day. I guess that's the one thing I'm looking forward to on the end of day statistics, to see how much we actually killed here. Can go to waste. Oh, they still don't give any bones. And I guess we don't get that new sinew. Sinew. Nothing happening back here. Hope we don't pull anybody to the gap that we made in the fence line. Looks fine to me. Let me just have a quick look at the map. Do we want to do any fancy detour on the way back for a little exploration goodness? Terrible idea. Let's do it. We're gonna drive out the neighborhood and then straight across the main highway and up here, past this school, past this church, and have another look at the big parking lot near the hospital. And there's also the parking lot on the golf club. I might be looking for cars. I don't know. Maybe we find some treasure in parking lots. Yeah, as I said, we have a couple open spots in the garage, right? So we need to find something that's worthwhile putting in there. This is not actually the right road, is it? Not this way. It's pretty much a straight shot. Traveling at the school here. Gas station. Be quiet. Parking lot, nothing to write home about. A couple big residential houses here. That would always be tempting if one of those spawns as a survivor house, but no such luck. Ooh, that is... There's a lot of zombies there. Oh, they're making an opening for me. This road might not be the smartest shortcut I've ever taken. It's not really a shortcut, we're making a huge detour. I guess all the zombies that were attracted by our helicopter events from the eastern side of town got stuck on these walls here towards the train yard. And on these walls down there. Here from the country club. It's kind of a big natural barrier in the city. Separating like the east from the west. That golf club parking lot, that is disappointingly empty. I want a refund on that. No, we're gonna drive just a little look-see tour here. Closer to the hospital parking lot. No. No. The game's is not decided not to give me any more cars. Said you have enough. You're one survivor. You already have 8 cars in your base. What the hell are you even on about? Some dodging driving there. That wasn't. If I'm not mistaken, this should be our home road, right? Straight up to the front door. Yeah, radio, medical center, fire station. Let me take a sharp right turn because we wanted to refuel. You have your fuel, right side? Okay. The thing is, this has a huge tank, so we're going to be standing there like for 5 minutes refueling. So even a zombie this far away, something I don't want to ignore. When did I switch to the meat cleaver? Just because you asked so nicely, we're also gonna clear out these two. 3. There's a zombie over there. That was. Perimeter check, and then I'm gonna refill the gas cans and I'll see you back on base for the end of day report. Couple more zombies that came in as I was filling up the gas cans, but overall we made it home safe and sound. 170 zombies killed, which is not quite our record, but it's getting really close. 183. That must have been one of the airport stations. Yeah. And considering we kind of stopped at 3 p.m. That military checkpoint definitely has the 200 zombie kills on a single day written all over it. But that's gonna have to happen in another episode. For now, we're gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.